In this context, there's no disrespect, so I'm a bust my rhyme. You already know that. We got 5 minutes for disconnect from all interconnect. Follow your intuition, free your inner soul, break away from tradition. Cause when we be out, girl, it's pulling me back. You wouldn't believe how we ride shit. We burn it till it's blown back, turn it till it's turned back. And I'm from Northwest East Side. Everybody, let's get into it. Get started, get started, get started, get started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
And welcome back to week 2 of Swamp Fun, coming to you live from our studios here in Goose Creek, South Carolina. This week we're going to recap the game versus Colleton County and take a look at Region 7 4A and Region 8 4A to follow it up with a heaping helping of upstate scores and lower state scores. Alright, first up, Goose Creek versus Colleton County. Let's see, Colleton County, first off, let me say Colleton County played one hell of a game last week. The ball game, they never quit on the game. Hats off to the new coaching staff that got over there, and that for bringing life back into that system and to the players. Colleton County's had a couple rough seasons past few seasons, but they're really starting to pull it back together all the way down from the B team on up. Anything you'd like to say about Colleton County?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's tough to come into the swamp with the home opener with Goose Creek after coming off of a tough road game win against Ashley Ridge. So the deck was kind of stacked against them, but I agree with Terry. They played good. They played hard, but you got to give your hats off to the Gators. You don't see 77 all the time going up on the board, but Colleton County did. They never quit playing.
Yeah, and I believe that was a single scoring record last against Colleton County, plus for the Goose Creek Gators. I think the highest they scored before was 6-3, and that was against Colleton County like 2 years ago or something like that. At least that's what it said in the Post and Courier, and that's where I get most of my info from, guys. So it's not like I'm making up this stuff; it's in the paper. So anyway, getting on with what we're talking about, week number 2. So far, total point standing as we scored for 2 weeks of play, our offense has scored 133 points so far, and Coach Reedy was right. This is pretty potent offense we got going on here.
Yeah, he's definitely was on with that, because we were wondering, because in the Ashley Ridge game we scored 56, but it was kind of we didn't really think that we played well. But then to come back on the next week and put 77 up, I mean that's pretty strong. I mean, a lot of teams don't score 133 points in the first 5 games, let alone the first 2. So very excited about the Goose Creek offense so far. Yeah,
and a lot of things is for me, I was so used to, like we had in the last 3 or 4 years, where we'd score fast and quick, and by halftime the game was over. I guess this is actually a little bit better because it actually makes the game more, I guess you want to say interesting, but I mean it's a different take on an old program that has worked, so it's working now. So, but just to have the chance to keep a team close, it actually is a different take on it. You know what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I totally follow what you're saying.
I guess I'm saying I was spoiled last year, but I'm really liking what we got going on here, because you just don't rack up in 2 games 133 points. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got to keep it going, because we got a big ball game on the road next week against Somerville. So I mean, we got to keep the wheels turning and keep the motor running and just continue to do what we're doing best, and that's scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, and for the people that don't really know too much about what we're talking about here, we're talking about the game Goose Creek versus Colleton County. The score was 77-30, and the Goose Creek now moves on to 2-0, and Colleton County moves to 0-2. For offense, offense, we did a great job in pretty much all aspects of offensive playing, the run, the pass, and they were up to the challenge to play this week. And leading the scoring was senior Caleb Kinlaw, who busted off again for the second week in a row, 4 touchdowns, followed by a host of who's who on our roster. Tremendous game for all those guys.
Tariq Isaac had 3. Tariq Johnson had 3.
Tariq Johnson. Evan McField, let's go Mack Truck. I mean, there was one play I saw him run the ball and just truck.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
He leveled some defenders. I mean, that was an awesome run. That was textbook right there.
Well, I'll tell you, we've got a farm of fullbacks over the last 3 seasons with Virgil and Rico, and now we've got Evan, the Mack truck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's we just keep reloading at the fullback position, and the way that we run our offense, Coach Reedy does a great job of utilizing the fullback.
Yeah, getting into some of these guys that scored, of course, leading the list right now would be Caleb Kinlaw. He has 4 touchdowns. Evan the Mack truck McField, he's got 1. Jordan Barnes scored 1 on a pass from Dantes Benjamin. Tyreek Johnson scored 3. Now that is a pleasant surprise. This guy right here, I have never seen him before. I think he played last year and got hurt at Walboro. I think that's what I heard. But he's just coming out here and just ripping it up. He's doing an awesome job, just smoking them.
Well, I mean, again, reloading. I mean, we're going to lose Caleb this season, and he's the heir apparent to the tailback position for the Gators. And I'll tell you what, he came in and he was very impressive in the Colleton County game, and we were very, very happy with the way he ran the ball. He ran the ball hard. He's quick and fast like Caleb, and just a bright future for the Gator backfield.
Yeah, that's also a good feeling. Now we can let Caleb come off the field and take a break, and you can put Tyreek right in the spot. I mean, I'm not saying that's what they'll do, but I'm just saying it's always good to know that you got that one guy there ready to go in just in case something happens, or if he just gets tired and he wants to take a break, and just to perform just as good. Moving on, we got Dominique Jefferson, our backup, who's going to be taking the helm next year. Number 8, Dominique Jefferson scored 1 on a nice scamper from, it looked like about 40 yards out, maybe a little bit more. I really can't tell because it doesn't say it in the paper.
Well, I'll tell you what about Dominique. It's a good thing he got some reps last year too, because generally the Gators are far enough ahead to where they can put up some of the young guns in the game, and he looked good last year, and he got in and he played very well on Friday night down at John Fulmer Field, and we'll see. It's good. The Gator offense is looking very promising for the next few seasons for sure.
Yeah, definitely looking good. And I had to look 3 or 4 times on this guy right here because I've never seen him before, but Stephen Woods ran a 6-yard run there toward the end. I guess that's one of the other fellows we have coming up for us. And hats off to the kicker. 11 PATs, kicked every one of them on the dime. That would be Alex Jacobus. I got to get that. I got used to because I'm used to saying Ishibashi. Yeah. But I mean, we'll take the 11. I mean, that's a good start. You know what I'm saying? Plus last week, he's got more PATs right now than most we'll get all year.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, I mean, when you lay down 11 touchdowns, I mean, he's going to get 11 extra points, and he didn't miss one. And we don't kick too many field goals, and we don't punt too often because we generally score touchdowns. But I think Jacobus is going to be really good for us going on to the future.
Oh yeah, and again, we'll get back on the offense. Caleb Kinlaw did a great job, shined as he scored 4 touchdowns and showed just why it is that Georgia Tech is a great fit for him. And to see that Evan McField trucking our the defenders out there on the field, that right there, it's got to just, it puts shivers down your spine just watching that,
I love to watch the Mack truck run. I mean, he's just a prototypical Goose Creek fullback. I mean, he goes in and he pounds, he drags, but he's got some speed, he's got some moves. And that's part of our offense. It's a big part of our offense is running the fullback.
Yep.
With a lot of schools that don't do that, they don't utilize the fullback other than blocking. But we use ours to score and move the ball. So yeah, it's great to have another weapon like that on our team.
Yeah, and then you got to give it off to the coaches too for coming up with a game plan. Got to give it to the weightlifting coaches during the summer and all that
absolutely.
For the strength and conditioning. And definitely, offensive line coaches, for a lot. Without the offensive line, you're not going to, run too much.
Well, Terry and I, we talk all the time, man. I was a quarterback, Terry was a lineman. Everything starts with a line. You can't score touchdowns without a good offensive line. That's the main thing on a football team, and we've been doing extremely well on just reloading because we lost a lot of good players last year. But we just come back, and again, going back to the strength and conditioning, going in the weight room, doing all those long 2-a-days in the summer. But it pays off when you go out on the football field.
Yeah, and I always harp on it, talk about coaching, but I mean, without coaching, you're not going to do You're not going to do good without good coaching.
No, I agree, 100%.
I've seen that with us when we played. I mean, if we just had the coaching we have now, on that team, who knows? We
who
might have been
knows?
better.
You know, you can't go back in time, but I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
Coach Reedy and his staff is. I mean, everybody knows. I mean, they do an exceptional job with our football team, and I hope to continue the success for the Gators.
Yeah. And that's just. I mean, like I said, I would even go as far as saying our best team through '84 through '89 against the last 3 seasons of Goose Creek football, to include this one, we would probably get our butts handed to us. I mean, what do you think?
Honestly,
yeah. I'm saying yes.
Yes, I contemplated that.
Yeah.
Because we weren't.
There's no shame in my game. We would have got our butts
there's
beat.
no shame. We weren't a bad football team.
Yeah.
I mean, we won more than we lost. But clearly, and it's clear, Terry and I both.
It's like the difference of putting Madden football, you're the all Madden team, versus like say Jacksonville Jaguars or something. You know?
Yeah, no. The last 3 or 4 years, Goose Creek team would have handled us.
Yeah.
They would have handled us.
Yeah. But hey, hats off to all them guys, especially Tyreek Johnson. I mean, it was a pleasant surprise just for me to see him out there cutting, breaking ankles. I mean, these guys, falling
Cutting
over.
and plucking, baby.
Yeah, he could not. And I mean, they had a hard time just trying to grab him because this guy can turn on a dime. Very good feet and hands. Jordan Barnes, number 80, I believe he is.
He had some amazing catches.
I mean, he was doing. He's got great hands, man. Tramel Terry, even though Tramel Terry graduated, that's always good to have somebody that can step up and then fill in a hole that needs to be filled.
We were talking and we were watching the game. I said that's our next Tramel Terry.
Yeah.
And also too, kudos to now this is the quarterback talking here, but kudos to Dantes for making some great throws.
He's really progressed from the last 2 years. But I mean,
and it's nice to have that because generally we're a running team, but it's nice to have that option now in case we ever have to throw the football, or that also will open up the running game.
Yeah, well, it's also good because last year you had people loading the box up, and putting 8-9 guys up there in the front. Now, if they do that, you're just picking your poison. Which one do you want? You want the pass? We'll give it to you. You want the run? We're going to give that to you too. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, hey, put up or shut up. Try to stop us. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what. On Friday night, scoring 77, I think we could have we could have done anything that we wanted to do against. Again, nothing against Carleton County. They played a hard game, and again, they're on a little rough stretch, and we're trying to get our groove on because we got a long season to go, and our goal is to win state.
Dead time. Okay. Hey, anyway, but it is our goal to win state. Let's move on with that. Overall rating for offense, like a scale from A down to whatever. Okay, what would you give them for offense for this offensive performance this game?
Oh, well, I mean, how can you not give them an A+?
Yeah.
I mean, you score 11 touchdowns. I mean, there's only 48 minutes in the ball game. I mean, it would be funny because we would always in the stands. We're so spoiled that when we scored the 11 touchdown, it was 77. There were still 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the ball game, and all the fans were saying, "We won 80. We won 80."
Yeah. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but I give them an A+ for the offense.
Oh, it's absolutely an A+.
Definitely
A+ to everybody from the coaching staff to the offense to the defense, special teams.
Yeah.
An A+ to everybody.
Yeah, and another thing about Carleton County, which surprised me. I mean, besides their playing ability, they actually have improved greatly and surprised me a couple times with fake punts, onside kicks. I was like, wow. These guys were just doing everything they could to score and win the game. And like I said, hats off to their coaching staff for bringing that program back around. Defense looked good too. A couple of outstanding people in there. Omar McCray did a really good job in the backfield, in the defensive back area, defending passes.
Omar was all over the field that night. I mean, he's something. He always flies to the ball. I mean, regardless on what side of the field the play.
And he's a good tackler. I mean, open field tackler. I love the way he tackles. I mean, not too many get by him.